For some reason, Donald Trump this week got really mad at his former acting chief of staff, Mick Mulvaney, and lashed out at him, calling him a born loser, seemingly out of nowhere. Now, Mulvaney is now a paid contributor to CBS News, which, doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but whatever, it happens. And maybe Donald Trump had seen him in the media, but whatever it was, Trump suddenly got angry at Mick Mulvaney, got on Truth Social and said this: "Since leaving Washington, I haven't heard much about little Mick Mulvaney, perhaps the dumbest person, along with John Bolton, working at the White House. This guy was uncharismatic, a born loser. No wonder they have no ratings," talking about CBS News. So, he's the dumbest person you had in your administration. He was a born loser, yet you still kept him around. In fact, you actually bounced him around to a couple different positions, not just acting chief of staff. He was also at one point the envoy to Ireland. At one point, of course, he was the head of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. He did a lot in your administration, and at any point you actually could have fired him. But you chose him. You chose this guy that you say is dumb. You chose this guy that you said was a born loser. You also said he was as dumb as John Bolton, and you also picked John Bolton, by the way. So, Donald, your attacks on Mick Mulvaney and, of course, John Bolton here, they're not really attacks on them. Aren't they actually just attacks on your judgment? Because you can't go out there and be like, man, everybody working for me is a moron. What a bunch of idiots. Let's all laugh at how terrible they are at their jobs. Because then everybody's going to be like, well, wait a minute, aren't you the guy that hired all of these people that you think are grossly incompetent morons? Like, that's more on you than it is on everybody else, right? And the answer is yes. Yes, it is. Because even if you only recognize, oh no, I just see now that he's dumb in hindsight, then that means that he's always technically been dumb, but you were stupid enough to actually think that he was smart at one point, which almost makes things a little bit worse for you. Trump came into office promising this country that he was only going to hire the best and the smartest people. The best people, he said, the best. Yet he has repeatedly and routinely, ever since leaving office, hell, sometimes even while still in office, trashed the very people that he personally picked to be in his administration. He's called them stupid. He's called them losers. He's called them ignorant. He said they have no idea what they're talking about. But at the end of the day, that's on you as the hiring manager there. You should be vetting these people, and you're clearly not. And that speaks more to you as a horrible manager than it does to the caliber of those other people who, by the way, Mulvaney is a horrible human being, as is John Bolton. But as bad as they are, they're still not as bad as the guy who chose to hire them, even though he thought they were born losers who were the dumbest people ever in the White House.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.